Ladies and gentlemen, this is the most hilarious thing you've ever heard in your life. John Durham utilized the testimony of Marc Elias. Marc Elias was the man, the attorney who worked with SUSSMAN, so he turned on his colleague Michael Sussman. Then he proved that SUSSMAN lied to the Federal Bureau of Investigation, which is exactly what SUSSMAN is being indicted for. While he was doing that, Marc Elias laid the groundwork for further indictments by trying to bring up the nonsense that another country interfered with the Clinton campaign in 2016. Even if that were true, giving information that turns out to be inaccurate and false to a government agency is a crime. What Marc Elias did was he said, yes, SUSSMAN, essentially from his testimony, you can read, Technofog has a great, on Twitter, I don't have a Twitter, I don't have Facebook, I don't have any platform, social media platform like that. Any message board based platform I'm not on. I have the stock market crash channel and my new channel, the Bitcoin crash to 10,000 or below channel. Literally my newest channel. I have 3 channels now. They're both featured. The 2 other ones, the stock market and the Bitcoin crash channel, are featured on this channel. All 3 have the others featured, okay, on the page, the front profile of the YouTube channels. Subscribe to those. Hit subscribe to this channel. If you want to support my work, my Patreon is below. Become a member of the channel. If you want to give a super thanks, the super thanks button is right next to the like and the share button. Ladies and gentlemen, Marc Elias, what he did was CNN, Marc Elias, Hillary Clinton campaign's top lawyer, turns table on Durham to air Democratic grievances about 2016. He didn't turn the tables on anyone. He highlighted the fact that Michael Sussman deliberately lied to the Federal Bureau of Investigation, which is exactly why he was indicted in a standing trial. This man, Elias, turned on his colleague, possibly friend. They were doing the same thing. What Elias did is purchase lies about Trump. When he cites the intelligence agencies, outgoing Democratic officials setting up an incoming Republican candidate, he is highlighting the fact that Sussman went to James Baker with a purpose, deliberately with intent to lie. That's exactly what the Durham Probe Special Counsel wants. CNN says, oh, he turned the tables and we're reliving and we're litigating once again 2016, which is why I want nobody on YouTube. And I predicted the crypto crash, the Bitcoin crash. I'm not happy about that. I predicted the stock market collapse in the Federalist in October, and in 2016, NPR quoted me, I said Clinton would lose to Trump. Debbie Wasserman Schultz was forced to resign. Of course, that was a plot from another country to inform us of how corrupt Democrats are, which is, of course, the national security issue that Marc Elias tried to bring up in his testimony. What he doesn't understand is that Durham wanted him to bring up 2016. Falling back on the belief that Vladimir was trying to interfere in 2016 does not exonerate Elias for purchasing the Steele dossier. Peter Strzok or anyone, Andrew McCabe, Comey, Glenn Simpson, Fusion GPS, doesn't exonerate anyone if they, and they did, try to deceive people. Simply saying, well, I was given this information and it was during the fog of conflict, and it was during a very difficult time. We didn't even know. We had no clue. We had no clue that 2016 would be interfered with. That doesn't mean you can purchase lies and a Steele dossier against your political opponent. But here, to To make sense, Durham has relied on witnesses unlikely to be sympathetic to his inquiry, which has been celebrated by Trump and conservative commentators. One of those witnesses on Wednesday was Elias, a well-known attorney who has been a senior lawyer for the past 5 Democratic presidential candidates and was Clinton's general counsel in 2016. Elias called Trump a bully and excoriated Trump's reaction to the DNC. Okay, Trump's reaction. Liberal sensibilities are not going to save you in a court of law if you committed a crime. So Elias could very well be indicted for purchasing the Steele dossier, knowingly purchasing the Steele dossier from Fusion GPS while claiming Fusion GPS was outsourced because of a libel issue. That's nonsense. It was opposition research meant to get investigations of an incoming presidential candidate, Trump. It was complete lies, fabricated. Media was a part of it. Government officials were a part of it. All of these people were a part of it. Quote, there was clearly an attempt by Russia to ruin the one clean chance that candidates get to talk to the American public. No, there wasn't. That's an opinion. That's an opinion. Oh, you're not accepting results, are you? Gee, who didn't accept results? Oh, okay. And instead of doing what any decent human being would do and condemn it, any decent human being, the DNC cheated Bernie Sanders. This is again getting back to Bernie Sanders being cheated. Donald Trump said, I hope they're listening. And with 30,000 emails, Clinton had top secret intelligence on servers. The next round of questioning, if Elias is ever indicted, is did you know that Clinton's attorneys deleted 30,000 emails? Do you know if any classified emails were within the 30,000? Do you know why Clinton had top secret intelligence on those servers? If he was the legal counsel in 2016, he probably does. I mean, the man is like, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So this is a CNN article, but he basically told the court that Sussman was there for a specific purpose. Okay? Elias said if he had gathered information from Fusion GPS that he thought would help the campaign, he would pass it to officials in either their communications division or research. So you have Elias being grilled for future indictments while he's turning on his friend SUSSMAN. And this is the thing at this point right now, it almost doesn't matter if SUSSMAN is convicted. It does, obviously, but it doesn't matter for how long the sentence is. I don't see how he can't be convicted. But again, if you have jurors, a hung jury is possible, okay? Then you have former FBI official takes stand in trial of, Michael Sussman is accused of lying, and former General Counsel James Baker took the stand. So Baker took the witness stand on behalf of the prosecution in late afternoon. He made it clear Sussman was a friend and wasn't testifying out of any desire to see Sussman punished. I'm not going to get Michael, I'm not out to get Michael. This is your investigation. If you ask me, I answer it. So this is hilarious. If he's a friend, with friends like these, who needs enemies? So James Baker said, oh, he's a friend. Well, then why didn't you tell the truth? Okay, if it's a hung jury, it's because Sussman is telling the truth. He is telling the truth. Sussman is telling the truth. It's Elias that Baker are lying when it comes to Sussman. Everyone knew, including James Baker and Elias, that Sussman was sent, and the Bureau understood he was working for the Clinton campaign. The judge, though, and the jury can't or shouldn't. It's interesting. The jury shouldn't see things that way, but if they see things accurately, it'll be a hung jury, but then that'll be the basis for 18 U.S. Code 371 and future indictments on people conspiring against Trump. Sorry, it is a criminal act to deceive government agencies into investigating political rivals. If we have this, we have no more democracy, no more country. We just have endless investigations of incoming candidates. This was not a peaceful transition of power. They want to say January, oh my God. This is, the loss of life obviously is worse than everything that happened in 2016. However, everything that happened in 2016 from a political perspective is the antithesis of democracy. You can't have that. So SUSSMAN goes, I have something time sensitive and sensitive I need to discuss. SUSSMAN wrote to Baker on September 18, 2016, do you have availability for a short meeting tomorrow? I'm coming on my own, not on behalf of a client or company. Want to help the Bureau, thanks. So he's lying for a purpose. Baker knew that he was lying for a purpose. The hilarious thing is that Elias seemed to be at ease during testimony. He repeatedly apologized to court for speaking too quickly. This is the thing. It's a D.C. jury, and they're trying to pull out all the stops in terms of liberal sensibilities. So you have these people testifying against SUSSMAN, but saying, well, you know Russia, and you know, I like him, he's a good guy, but... And then they're turning on him. The lie is, if it's not prosecuted or convicted, it's just because these people, well, it's because they actually see the truth, but the truth leads to more indictments. So either way, there are more indictments. The conviction in terms of optics is necessary for the special counsel. I do think he'll be convicted. But again, like I said, Elias also confirmed that he learned of what he called a secret server allegation from SUSSMAN, who was another partner at a law firm. But see, Elias knew that they were fabricating the secret server, the whole thing. It's like, then he goes, I don't believe I would have thought that was a good thing. Elias said flatly he never authorized SUSSMAN to go to the Bureau on behalf of the Clinton campaign. See, that's nonsense. And that he would have not favored taking the claims about the server to law enforcement at that point. See, that's nonsense. I don't believe I would have thought that was a good thing. That doesn't mean... So, first of all, October surprises come in October, he quipped. He said there wasn't time to get the Bureau off the ground. There wasn't an endless runway time for... Yes, there were. Look. What these people are trying to do is do two things at once. They're trying to protect their rear end, fall back on liberal sensibilities. You know, they don't really want to help Durham, but they have to because they know they're in legal jeopardy. And they want to turn on a colleague because they're facing legal jeopardy. All of this helps Durham. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now to this channel. I'll be back in about an hour, people. Be here in about an hour for all three. I'm going to try to do 12 segments a day. Be here for all three segments each time. Bitcoin crash to 10,000 or lower. Stock market crash channel, and also this channel, my main channel, H.A. Goodman. Thank you so very much. Be here in about an hour. Thank you.